The HOA president called my prized 1969 Mustang a disgusting piece of junk and slapped a 24-hour tow notice on it. She thought she was finally getting rid of the neighborhood eyesore. What she didn't know is that when she called the tow company, the dispatch order landed on my desk. Because I don't just own a classic car, I own the entire city impound lot. She wanted my car towed? Fine. I decided to send her a message by towing the one thing she loved more than her power. This is the story of how one little orange sticker cost an HOA Karen her car and her dignity. For the first time in my life, I had a two-car garage. After years of apartment living, buying a house in the quiet, manicured suburb of Maple Creek felt like a dream. My dream home came with just enough space for my pride and joy, a 1969 Ford Mustang. It was a project, sure, with a coat of primer and some chrome trim still in boxes. But to me, it was beautiful. It sat peacefully in my driveway while I organized the garage, a promise of weekend drives to come. That peace lasted exactly 48 hours. Her name was Brenda, and she was the HOA president. I first saw her marching down the sidewalk, clipboard in hand, her eyes scanning every lawn for violations. She stopped dead in front of my driveway, her nose wrinkled as if she'd smelled something foul. "You must be the new owner," she said, not as a greeting, but as an accusation. "That's me, Mark. Nice to meet you," I said, extending a hand she completely ignored. Her eyes were fixed on my Mustang. "That thing is an eyesore. According to HOA Bylaw 7.4, all vehicles parked in driveways must be in pristine, running condition. That is clearly a piece of junk." I chuckled, trying to be neighborly. "It's a classic car, Brenda. A restoration project. It runs perfectly. Fine, I'm just working on the paint." She wasn't listening. She licked her thumb and plastered a huge, bright orange sticker on my windshield. The text was aggressive. "Final warning. Vehicle in violation. Towing in 24 hours. This neighborhood has standards, Mark," she sneered. "That hunk of metal doesn't meet them. You have 24 hours to remove it, or I will have it removed for you, and I'll bill you for the scrap fee." She turned on her heel and marched off, leaving me stunned. The next morning, I was sipping my coffee by the window when I saw it. A massive flatbed tow truck was backing slowly toward my driveway. Brenda was standing on her lawn across the street, a smug, triumphant smirk on her face. She gave me a little wave, oozing victory. She thought she had won. I simply smiled back at her, took out my phone, and dialed a single number. "Yeah, Dave, it's Mark," I said calmly. "The job on 124 Chestnut Lane? The Mustang pickup? Go ahead and cancel that. I have a new target for you. See the white luxury SUV in the driveway across the street? The one with the HOA president vanity plate? Yeah, that's the one. Hook it up." Brenda's smug smirk vanished, replaced by confusion as the tow truck driver suddenly stopped, shrugged, and began maneuvering his truck to line up with her driveway. Her jaw dropped as the hydraulic lift hissed and the tow hooks were unchained. She came sprinting across the street, screaming, "What are you doing? That's my car. You have the wrong house." The driver just pointed his thumb back at me. "New orders, ma'am," came directly from the boss. Brenda stared at me, her face a storm cloud of fury. "Did you do this? You can't do this. I'm calling the police." I took a slow sip of my coffee and walked out to the edge of my lawn. "You see, Brenda," I began, my voice even and low. "You were right. We shouldn't have unsightly vehicles cluttering up this beautiful street. But when you call any registered tow service in this city, the impound order gets processed through one central hub. My hub. You called my employees to tow my car using my company truck. So I decided to do you a favor and remove the actual biggest nuisance on the block." Her face went from red rage to pale, horrified comprehension. Her prize SUV was hooked, lifted and secured. As the truck pulled away, she stood there, utterly defeated, watching her status symbol disappear down the street, leaving only the beautiful, quiet morning she claimed to love so much.